Hello, my darlings. It is bedroom guru time, and you're looking at yet another different background today. This is your weekly forecast, my lovelies. I'm going to do everything I can intuitively through each card selected to help you focus. As I've said before, we get stuck, we need prompts, we need a tiny bit of guidance. And so I thought it'd be a wonderful idea just for me to give you little cards to get you along your way on your journey. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers that have popped along to come and see my bits. That sounded really wrong. I hope you get a lot of inspiration and help out of my work that I do on here. I have been really, really pleased and totally in awe of all of the wonderful responses that people have left on Facebook and on here concerning the cards being accurate for you. So I'm really pleased about that, guys. So well done you for picking the right card. Okay, my lovelies, I'm currently shuffling the cards as we speak. I have absolutely no idea what's going to come out, and I hope that this week's cards and forecasts is just as accurate and just as helpful for you as they were last week. And I hope you've had a really good week and reflected on your card and perhaps acted upon some of the information that was given to you. That's what it's all about, darlings, connecting into the universe, having a look at the cards and working out what you need to be doing to enhance your life and perhaps look for happiness or ways forward that's going to make your life a lot easier. Okay, that's just jumped straight out. So this is card number 1. Yes, I am here. This discarnate voice just wafted away while I'm doing my bits. That's it. Just thank you, darlings. We're just going to have a little shuffle, and I'm waiting for my little spirit friends to come in, my little guides, whoever they're going to be today. I never have a clue. That's lovely. Yes, thank you very much. They're now here. And that's number 2's just flown out. This will be card number 2. I also want to say thank you to all the people that have also shared this video with other people. The more we can reach, the better it is, because the more I can help people and help them on our paths. Now, let's have a little look. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Give me my next one, please, guys. I would like forecast for the lovely people that are drawn to watch this channel, please. I need guidance for them, weekly forecast and advice. And they're taking their time. Be patient, my lovelies. The card is coming. The card is coming. You can't rush the process of the divine. You cannot rush it at all. Again, it feels really weird. You're not actually looking at me in the camera. It feels really weird. Thank you very much, my lovelies. And that is card number 3. So we have card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. Now, if you'd watched my last video, you will know that you just need to send any thoughts up on guidance or anything that you want help with while I was doing that. Remember, for the new people here, you basically just have to send a thought up while you're looking at these cards of anything that you want help with or advice on. I also would like you to get my words back in right. I'd also like you to pick one card, so you will feel inexplicably drawn to either 1, 2 or 3. And what I'm going to do is reveal each card one at a time and give you the details of the card, what the card represents, and obviously my intuitive take on what is going on in your life at the moment. As I always say, it doesn't matter when you find this video, you could find it in a year's time. When you are divinely directed to watch this reading, that is because your guides or the people that are around you from the spirit world or the universe have put that in your mind to say, look at this reading, because this is going to help you now. So this really doesn't matter what time, day or date you watch this. Okay, my lovelies? So let's have a little look and see what we've got for number 1s. We have the Page of Air. Logical, honest, impulsive and curious. Wow. So we're looking at a lot of confusion here. This, even though it looks like a beautiful card, there's a lot going on for you, number ones, at the moment. And so we need to kind of gather all our thoughts and our wits about us and start thinking about what we're going to be doing in the next week or so, by the looks of it. Now, Aries very much about thought processes, about planning. It's about working out what's going on in your life. It's about your intellect. It's about decisions. It's about analysing situations and just basically trying to move forward with things. You know, sometimes it could be communication with other people. It can be to do with study. It can be to do with what you're trying to work towards. And it can also go even as far as legal situations. That's how far that this can spread. Basically, this is a card that sometimes says to you that you need to just take it slowly at the moment. No matter what you're working towards, whether it's to do with any contract or agreements, anything to do with work, anything to do with a project that you're working on at the moment, it's asking you to just hang on in there, because there could be possible delays connected with this. Now, this can be down to, obviously, the legal system. It can be down to the people you're working with, or it literally is not the right divine timing at the moment, okay? So you need to be patient. Lots of people give up at a certain stage when they're waiting for things to manifest. And that's what you shouldn't do. You should hang on in there and trust that the universe is timing it impeccably right for you when you need it, okay? This doesn't have to be contracts or work. It can be anything you're waiting for in your life, or you've worked towards and you're like, for God's sake, when is this going to happen? Okay? Again, just hang on in there. This always represents temporary setbacks. With a page there, we're looking at you analysing and looking at the balance of probabilities of what's going to be happening. If you're still drawing a short blank, don't worry about it. This is a trust card of you having to just hang on in there and just wait for things to transpire. It may be because it's the wrong timing, because the wrong people aren't involved in the project, or it may be that there's certain things missing in the project that you'll later find out. I think, God, I'm so glad I found that out. I know this sounds a bit generic, but if you've picked this card, number ones, and you are knowing exactly what I'm talking about, then you understand that you have to be very much patient, because you just seem frustrated at the moment. Nothing seems to be going further forward. And you know what? The problem is that the universe, the angel realms, whatever you want to adhere your energy to in the higher power realms, they don't work with human time. They work with divine synchronicity, divine timing. So they don't care if we're sitting here like, and it's been 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. They're like, well, no, it's not ready yet. So, you know, get over it. They don't understand TikTok time. They don't understand human emotions sometimes when we're getting really, really peed off with things not actually transpiring. You can also, I don't know if you can see there, but you've also got the lion in the corner there, which denotes inner strength. You need to be strong and stand by your guns, and be definitely standing by your inner resolve. You've got to stand strong in this situation, okay? When I'm asking for my lot, obviously some people get further cards for clarity, but I just send my thoughts up and wait for the visions to come for further clarity. Sometimes this could be anything to like a house move, where you're waiting for the contracts to exchange, or you're waiting for things to happen, like you need to sell your house or the buyer needs to sell theirs. So I can see house issues and movement that could be affecting you at the moment, that you're getting really frustrated about. My advice is that if it's going on and on and on, and you're being patient, but then it falls through, it wasn't meant to be. And you'll most probably find that you'll find another house, and it will be so amazing that you're so glad that the other one didn't take place. Do you know what? I had this. I literally had the sellers, drop out 2 days. 2 days before exchange of contracts, and I was packed and ready, and God knows what, everything was booked, and I just couldn't believe it. And then I found an even more perfect place, and when I look back, I realised that house would have been so wrong for me in every single way. So I knew that it had been sorted out for me from the higher power, because, you know, even the solicitor said, wow, 2 days before exchange, that is just ridiculous, okay? So you've got to hang on in there and trust the process. If it's a work situation, again, I feel like you've put so much work into this. It's very much like you saying to yourself, I can do this, I can hang on in there, I just need to wait, okay? we just get such frustrating things get thrown in our path, and all we want to do is jog along and gallop along and get where we want to get, but we just have to be patient. So number one's, your main word of the week is patience. And the second one is going to be trust. Okay, you need to be patient, you need to trust the process. If it's to do with anything, contracts in respect of perhaps divorce, or it's contracts to do with it, work or ownership of anything at all, it could even be a purchase of a car. I just feel there are tiny little setbacks this week that are going to make you feel like, is this the right way forward? I always say that if other things come into play and it just feels wrong and your gut's saying this just doesn't seem right, that's why this isn't happening, then yes, perhaps you need to change your perspective or decision on what's going on. That's where the analysis comes in this card, darlings. So have a look and see if you really need this, really want it, or it's definitely what you need to aim for. That's where the analysis comes in. Write out the pros and cons. Look at it in black and white. That's so much clearer than everything being fuzzy in your head. But as I say, even though there are delays possibly in these plans, or delays in whatever you are aspiring to do, I feel that they're going to come forward. You've got the wolf that is strength to the side of this beautiful woman. You've also got a sword there, so it's very much a decision making. It's forthright, it's going forward and thinking, I'm having this, I'm going forward, I'm going to do it. So really what I will say to you is, unless it really is feeling totally pants and you're thinking just nothing is working with this, perhaps give it a rest and put it on the back burner. However, this card really does say that you've just got to hang on in there. Okay, you've got to hang on in there. If there are people that are the reason for the delay in whatever you are aspiring to, you need to have a very tactful conversation with them, a gentle kick up the bum. Can you hurry up please, because this is taking longer than it should? Okay, but again, this all seems around legal, contract, house moves, exchanges, business projects. It all seems more on the air side of things, you know, of course, because it is the page of air, that you just have to not be impulsive, not allow yourself to be taken away with emotion. You need to just sit back. If there's conversations needed doing with people that are dragging their heels, please think about it. Monday morning, I'm going to make that phone call because they're getting on my nerves. And then you just go with the flow, guys. Okay, so number one's, that is your card. Don't be impulsive, okay? Be honest with people around you who are obviously dragging their heels and making this project not work. But with everything else, I must say that I'm feeling that it will come to pass. So you just need to be patient and trust the process, okay? Now, number twos, you have drawn, the King of Fire. This is a massive, massive card for people that are pushing themselves forward and want to change their life or improve it. Okay, also with this card, the King of Fire is about ambition, fire, passion, determination. It's a willingness to want to go forward and absolutely go for it. Now, this feels to me like the first thing that comes to mind with me is people that are perhaps considering changing their work environment, or changing or using their creative flow, using their own natural talent to turn that into work. Now, that can be very, 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 very scary, because you're going from a safe job perhaps, or you're going from safe wages coming in, and you are thinking about going for this, okay? Perhaps changing your situation and thinking, do you know what, I want to make jewellery, do you know what, I want to write books, whatever it is that's to do with this creative feeling that's coming in for me, number twos. I want to say to you, start focusing on it and actually, you know, creating that reality. So when we're creating reality, we're seeing ourselves physically doing this and physically seeing checks, physically seeing money in the bank in our minds, and we're creating that cosmic ordering of, yes, this is going to happen, okay? You may also get someone come in who's either, you know, a leader in the area that you want to go to, or someone that totally knows the game of what's going on, whatever you want to push yourself forward for. So listen to their advice. Start thinking about marketing plans. Start thinking about how you're going to take yourself forward, okay? Lose the bloody fear. Listen, if you've picked this card, number twos, you're a natural born leader, okay? You're just full of that charisma and that confidence to say, I can bloody do this. You could charm the birds from the trees, okay? You've got this flair about you that makes people say yes to you. Okay, you've got an excellent head for business, brilliant organisation skills. So whatever it is that you want to be pushing forward, you've got to go for it. It is right for you now at number 2. You're motivational, very professional, and also you're very influential. So you can go to people and say, look, this is my idea, what do you reckon? And they'll just be going, yes, 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 because you have got so much passion in what you want to be doing that they're going to catch on to that passion. They're going to think, wow, this is really exciting. I really want to get involved with this, okay? I would just say step back a bit. Kings obviously are quite high in the pack, where they're the highest in the pack, and they basically do love to be a bit, not aggressive, but very forthright and very much on top of their game. So take it easy. Don't make it too drama-filled. Don't be too theatrical on what you want to get across to people. Take a step back, because the one thing you're good at being a leader is earning respect, not demanding it. Okay, so we want you to move forward with this. Do you know what? This doesn't even have to be work. It could be the fact that you want to do motivational speaking, that you want to start talking to people about your experiences. It could be that you just want to make a difference in your community. It doesn't have to be a work environment. It could be a charity project you want to set up. It could be something that you want to arrange purely for charity, you know, a quiz night. It could be something that you want to aspire to that will not only help your work environment or this new career perhaps you're looking at, but it makes you feel good, and people will give you even more high esteem because of obviously the energies you're making to move yourself forward. Okay, it's a very, very strong card. Kings are very forthright. They know where they're going in life, and they're just continually pushing to go forward. Okay, they've basically got, again, you've got another sword there, determination. Going through your emotions, going through this, I'm definitely going to do this. As you can see as well, this king, we've got a bit of Game of Thrones going on here. We've got the king sitting on a dragon. Dragon is power. Dragon again is fire. Look, we've got the king of fire. This is all about you grabbing hold of that burning ambition and passion and absolutely smashing it, going for it. No fear. No problems about worrying about whether it's going to work. You are just going to stamp right through it, number 2s, because you are ready. You are ready to go for this. Again, this can do with expansion as well. If we want to expand what we're doing with work environments, if we want to expand our life experience, let's go for it. I'm also feeling, as I see this, that I want to talk about travel with some of you number 2s. As I say, in all of these readings, not everything resonates with everything that comes on the card, but I do feel I want to spread my wings. I feel like I want you to book that travel that you've been putting off. I feel like I want you to have that rest, stand by and go and have some little break, whether it's a city break or going away on a really cool holiday, just to get all of your apples in order so you know exactly where you're going when you come back. So we've got a bit of rest, retreat and introspection here for you to have a look at everything that you want to take forward, and then you're going to absolutely go for it. Tiny little rest period beforehand, but I am feeling there's an element of travel. I feel as well that there is people already travelling, which is no shakes about that because of the time of year. But, I'm really thinking that you need that holiday, you need that break, you need to get yourself out there, because as a leader, you are perpetually helping people, organising things, and people come to you all of the time, whether it's in a professional capacity, family, spouse, friend. Lots of people come to you because you've got really sound and good advice to give, okay? So now and then we just need a little rest. The dragon looks like he's having a bit of a chill out there. So I know that if you are planning to take a break, bloody do it. Even if it's a night away, even if it's a weekend, as I'm saying, just think about getting yourself away, letting your hair down, having a laugh, getting yourself restored, batteries charged, and then you're back up and running. That's what I feel for you. I also feel as well, and this has just come in randomly, that if there's anybody thinking of buying a holiday home or thinking of, getting a place abroad, I would certainly look into it seriously at the moment, because it seems like you're doing well financially, these people that are considering this, and I feel like you may find yourself a little bargain. I've just seen... I get emails, I don't know how I get them, but I get emails of, bank repossessions of properties in Spain and things like that. And I just think you might just get yourself a little nugget that's going to serve so much pleasure for you and your family and friends for the future. So if you're thinking about having a little go at buying a property somewhere, or you want a holiday home, now is a really good time to do it, because I feel like it's going to flow for you. And again, it's almost like I want to go back to number ones here, that if there are setbacks to do with this, hang on in there, because it feels like everything is going right for you. You're headed in the right direction. You are right to be focused on this project you want to do, and it's going to be successful. You know, you are someone that is a grafter. You're someone that will work and do everything you can to get it running successfully and smoothly. So do that. If you're thinking also, thank you guys, if you're thinking also of expanding staff, or you're thinking of bringing more people on, yes, you're going to have the expense of paying them, but this will definitely pay off in the long run. Okay, it's going to completely hang on a minute, yes, yeah, it's going to just completely deliver dividends to you. Perfect. So if you're thinking of taking someone else on to ease the process, do that. And also this feeling of easing up will also come into people that are running companies, running their own businesses. I would love to see, perhaps with this feeling I'm getting of getting extra staff in, that will be really good for you, because then you can ease off the brakes and come away and chill out a bit more. You're taking too much on, some of you, and if you have got the luckiness or the capacity to bring on more people to ease the burden of your workload, do it. You know, I always kind of look at King of Fires with workaholics. They're kind of just so passionate, so focused, and just want to smash it, that sometimes they forget to just ease off the brakes and chill out a bit. So that's what I'd like for you to do, is take a little chill pill, because everything is going good for you. Well done, number twos. And number three, what have we got for you? Yay, we've got my little mermaids, because we've always got to. Emotions, number three. We're dealing with emotional status at the moment, okay? So number two, as you can see, I'm going to have to turn it because I don't know what that is. Is that a shark or a bloody... Oh, I can't see what that is. I think it is a shark. Can you see what that is? I think it's a shark. I'm seeing it as a shark, guys. So we've got a very emotional number threes at the moment. I've got a feeling that there's stuff not going right with your close loved ones. I don't know if this is to do with like spouses or partners or family, but it just feels like you both dug your heels in, and it's time for you to actually stop being so stubborn. Okay, it's all under the water. It means that nothing's been resolved. Everything is still underwater. Water depicts emotions, okay, the emotional state of your being. It feels like you are digging your heels in a situation, and the other person is, and there's no crossover here. Sometimes I do analyse the other person to see if they're worth being in your life, and I tell you to walk, but I don't feel that in this circumstance. I feel like you need to really start crossing bridges here and making some effort towards forgiving this person or forgiving what they've done. You really need to look into their actions and why they did it, as opposed to the action itself. Does that make sense? You need to look into what created that feeling that they either said or did something that's upset you. Normally, if anybody says or does or anything for me now, they're very much on a very couple of strikes and you're out, because I will not have anybody in my life upset me, okay? But this feels to me like it's a close relationship. So I really want it to be your daughter, your son, your husband, your wife, okay? It feels like you've got a really deep friendship, and this stupid feeling of you not wanting to forgive them for what they've done. Have a look at why they've done it, because I think it was a bit stupid. But in the end game, I think like there was a reason for it, and they're very sorry. But because they're stubborn as well, you're not getting any further forward. All you're doing is wasting time, being in energy of resenting each other, okay? You may even be talking to each other, but there's still that atmosphere. Get the elephant out in the room. Have a meal out. Talk it over. Forgive their trespasses for they have sinned. And just give them an ease, give them a bit of a break, guys. You know, we've got very much a fire sign coming in here. So I don't know if you're someone that, like, you know, will not have it and will want them begging at your feet for forgiveness. But I just feel like we need a bit of, you know, we need a bit of connection here between the two of you. We need a bit of compromise on both sides for you to rectify this situation, because all it does is leave you miserable and peed off, because at the end of the day, you're not leaving this person. You love them. So basically, get on there, swallow your pride, and just step up to the game and say, sorry, how can we rectify this? And then work through how you're going to rectify it. I also feel as well that with love affairs, there's going to be a new level of intimacy here. So if you've just met someone, or there's a new love that's just come about, or there's someone you've been seeing for a little while, I kind of feel it's getting a bit more cozy. Yes, it is, number threes. I've got a feeling that that suddenly we've had this new love, totally unexpected, and it's gone up a level, okay? Whether that's, I don't know, I'm not talking about marriage or moving in, but it just feels like you've either acknowledged that you love each other, or you're suddenly thinking, do you know what, I could give this a go, this could possibly be long term. I've got a feeling, that it used to be kind of a bit friendship, or you kind of now and then text each other if you weren't doing anything, then you started seeing each other a bit more regularly, but now we've got the little twin flame burning there, number threes. So I feel like, yeah, we've got you going up, and trust this relationship, I feel, because it would never have been highlighted to me, okay? So I feel like there's going to be, I know I'm going to be talking a bit naughty here, but yeah, there's a sexual attraction going on there, and I think you're going to be very good for each other. And to be honest with you, if you're in this situation, number threes, where you like been on your own for a while, or you haven't been in a relationship, that little spark is going to really put a spring in your step. I'll tell you that now. You're going to start feeling good about yourself. You might treat yourself to some new clothes, new perfume. But there just seems to be a big breath of fresh air with these single people that have just recently found a connection with someone. And it feels really surprising. You weren't looking. You weren't like, on a dating site. You weren't thinking, yeah, I really would like a man or a woman. But they just seem to have popped up in your life. And it just seems to be you seem to be getting closer and closer. I can't say all of them are going to end up hearts and roses, but I will say that I would invest a bit of time in this relationship, guys. I would certainly give it a bit of time. Be thoughtful. Men, think about perhaps a little box of flowers or whatever it is that that this new girlfriend likes. Girls, just be thoughtful. Think of what they would like to do for a change. I've got a feeling that perhaps the men were a bit closed down in their past relationship, or wasn't really doing what they wanted to do. So be thoughtful about your actions and what you're going to be presenting to these people, because it feels really nice for you at the moment, number threes. I really like that. If you're in a marriage already and you're thinking it's a bit stale, or you're in a long-term relationship, you're thinking, you get that little Groupon voucher going for, I don't know, a little hotel stay, or perhaps going to a spa, and have a little treat. Take yourselves away from the kids. Get yourself together, just used to. Get someone in to look after them, and take yourself off and reignite that spark, because we've got some lovely marriages going on here, number threes. And I just feel like we want a little sparky uppy. So we're not, mum, we're not dad, we're not this, we're not that. We're husband and wife, and we love each other. And this is why. This is a feeling I want to get. I want to just inject some love and romance into number threes. That's absolutely fantastic. And also, this comes across with what I was saying earlier about conflicts and you having a problem trying to resolve an issue with your other half. This is a perfect thing to do, isn't it? Get yourself away, night away at a hotel, and just have a little chat, and make it romantic, make it neutral, and make it friendly, and have those chats, enhance your communication skills with each other, work out what went wrong, work out how you can go forward, and then just continue loving each other. Possibility for some people in a long stage of romance for engagement. That has come up because I've just seen my diamond ring. So again, we've got this emotional feeling of, look at where you're at in your relationship. What do you want to do with it? I'm not feeling any breakups here. I'm not feeling that I'm saying to you, walk away from situations at all. This is a card that is talking about you looking at your emotions, looking at the people you love, and doing things to make that connection stronger. That's what I'm looking at for today with this. There are no breakups. There are no, don't take no more shit, girlfriend. There's none of that. It's basically all about you enhancing that love situation. If you are single and you've pulled number three, all I would say to you is look at your emotions. Are they valid? Now, what I mean by this, single number threes, is that you need to, and this has come completely intuitively, not relating to the card at all, but I feel like there is energy connected from a past relationship that still resides in your energy. Now, it's not a conscious thing, okay? Yes, sometimes we hate people, or we're sad, or we're totally broken because they've left, whatever the reason for being that you obviously broke up. However, the situation here is more about what you're holding on to, you know? So if you can, there's loads of videos on here, if you look through them, on how to get rid of negative energy, okay, how to get rid of that, how to move on from it. Archangel Azrael is a perfect angel to call upon for that, and Jeremiah, if you want to take the angel route, there is definitely a video that will guide you through the process of doing that. Perhaps again, I'm a firm believer, as you know, of writing everything out. So write a list out of your feelings, of how you feel about your ex. What imprint have they left on you? The one thing that I've learned in my journey of discovery and healing is that I always look and analyse every relationship that ends, whether it's a friend, whether it's a partner, whatever it's to do with. And then I always look at what positive gifts they brought me, because of their interaction with me. They've turned up, they've signed a contract with us, a soul contract, to honour whatever they did to us for that time. So we should thank them for teaching us or giving us that experience, because it will either make us stronger, it will change our path, it will change our view on life. But we can't hold on to negativity, i.e. we can't hold on to, why did this happen to me, why didn't he love me, why was I not good enough? No, we need to move on from that. You know, why did she go off with my best mate? Why did she cheat on me? Why did she say she did this and she didn't? Why did she, like, you know, break up and there was no problem with us at all? They are not the right ways to constructively go forward with your energy concerning an ex-relationship, okay? The whys and wherefores you've got to get rid of. So if you are really hurting, I love sacred oils. They absolutely helped me so incredibly when I broke up with my ex. And I would say violet leaf oil is for grieving and for moving on from difficult relationships and situations. Google it, have a look at it and see what you reckon. Obviously, again, I've got videos to help you move forward from relationships that you can't move on from, and tools to help you move on from that pain, because it is a crappy pain, let's face it. So have a look at those as well. So singles, you need to clear your energy, ready for a new love to come in. People that are already in their relationships, number 3s, you need to spark it up with a little bit of romance. New loves, well, looks like you're going to be investing a bit more time and start making effort on what you think would be nice for them, because I can see it going forward rather nicely for you, number 2s. So well done, you. With our Alan Sugars, number 2, we want you to be chilling out, taking on board what you need to be doing, making sure your energy is conserved as you make your moves, because they are going from one strength to another. Step, 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 nothing but up. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant leadership skills. Just go, 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 guys, because you are absolutely smashing it at the moment. And obviously with the Page of Air, we obviously want, I keep saying obviously, if you notice that, it's really getting on my nerves. The number one thing that I said to you is patience. Everything that you have worked towards is going to transpire. But remember, divine timing is a lot different from human timing. So be patient and know that you're on the right path. Unless every single asset of it is such a pain in the bum that you've just had enough. Okay, then you might need to think, I'm going to put this on the back burner for a while. But in the meantime, trust that whatever you're working towards, it's going to come into fruition. You just got to be patient. So with that, guys, those are your cards for the coming week. Take them on board. Write down your card number that you chose. Write down, obviously, what I've come up with, because it will be relevant for you. It seems to be working absolutely wonderfully, this is. I truly hope you've liked your weekly forecast. Have a fantastic week. Trust in the universe, because they've got your back, I absolutely assure you. And thank you again for listening and giving feedback for all of the messages and the readings I do. Continually comment for me, guys. I want to know that I'm doing well for you. And if there's anything you want me to do readings on, if there's anything you want me to answer or talk about on here, please just send me a line, wherever it may be. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, on here, and I'll be gladly able and totally willing to be able to do that for you. So with that, have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Lots of love. Until I speak to you again, I am out, Roger. Take care now. Bye.